The world of Block J was made of gray concrete and silence. Juliet knew every crack in the wall of her small cell. She had a bed, a toilet, and a heavy metal door that stayed locked. A small camera in the ceiling watched her all day and all night. She was in solitary confinement. This meant she was always alone. No friends, no talks, no sunshine. In the cell next to her, a woman named Grace paced like a tiger. She was angry at the world. She hated the walls, the silence, and the loneliness. But lately, both women felt strange. Juliet felt very tired. The smell of her food made her feel sick. Grace felt her body changing in ways she could not understand. This was impossible. They had been in these locked rooms for almost a year. No men were allowed in Block J. Only female guards like Officer Mary brought them food. The doors never opened for long. On the night of October 12th, the silence was broken. Juliet was standing in her cell when a sharp pain hit her stomach. She cried out softly. The room began to spin. Her legs could not hold her. She fell to the hard concrete floor. Everything went black. In the next cell, Grace felt a sudden dizziness. She fought it, but it was too strong. She also fell, hitting the floor with a thud. In the guard room, Samuel was watching the many TV screens showing the cells. He saw Juliet fall. Then he saw Grace fall. His heart beat fast. He pressed a big red button. A loud alarm screamed through the prison. We owe! We owe! Doors slammed open. Guards ran into Block J. They put Juliet and Grace on stretchers and carried them to the doctor. Dr. Riley was in the medical wing. He checked the women. Their hearts were beating fast, but they were not awake. He needed to find out why they fell. He used a special machine called an ultrasound. It let him see inside the body. He put gel on Juliet's stomach and moved a wand over it. A black and white picture appeared on the screen. Dr. Riley's eyes opened wide. He could not believe it. On the screen was a tiny baby. And in the middle of the baby, a little heart was flashing. Boom, 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 boom. It was a strong, healthy heartbeat. Juliet was pregnant. This can't be, Dr. Riley whispered. He quickly checked Grace. He saw the same thing. A tiny baby with a beating heart. She was pregnant too. He checked the other women who had fallen. All of them were pregnant. Dr. Riley felt cold. This was not possible. He called the boss of the prison, Warden Ease. Warden Ease was a strict man. When Dr. Riley told him the news, he was furious. This is a lie! Warden Ease shouted. It cannot be true! But it is true, Dr. Riley said. You must come and see. Warden Ease came to the medical wing. He looked at the ultrasound screens. He saw the babies. His face turned white. He was in shock. This is a big problem, Warden Ease said. A very big problem. He started an investigation immediately. He formed a team to find the truth. The team did many things. They checked all the doors in Block J. The doors were strong and locked. No one had broken in. They checked the guards. Only women like Officer Mary worked in Block J. No men had gone into the cells. They checked the visitors list. The women in Block J had no visitors. There was no way a man could have gotten to them. A few days later, Juliet and Grace woke up. Dr. Riley came to talk to them. Juliet, Grace, he said gently. I have important news. You are pregnant. He waited for them to scream. He waited for them to ask, how? But they did not. Juliet looked at him with calm eyes. We know, she said. Grace nodded. We know we are pregnant. We just want to have our babies. Dr. Riley was shocked. They were not surprised at all. They were calm. The investigation team was stuck. They could not find an answer. How did this happen? Whispers started in the prison. Other prisoners heard the news. "It is a miracle," one said. "It is magic," said another. The prison was filled with fear and wonder. Back in his guard room, Samuel could not sleep. He decided to look at the old camera footage from the cells. He started watching the videos from the past few weeks. He saw Juliet sleeping. He saw Grace pacing. It was very boring. But then, he saw something. One night, in Juliet's cell, the video flickered. For just a second, a strange light appeared. It was a soft, shimmering light. It was there, and then it was gone. Samuel thought it was just a problem with the camera. He wrote it down anyway. He did not know that this was the first clue. Warden was angry. The team had found nothing. "Review all the camera footage from the last 60 days, he ordered Samuel. "Find the man who did this." Samuel nodded. He had a very big job to do. He did not know that the truth was more strange than anyone could dream. Samuel started his big job. He had to watch 60 days of camera footage from the solitary cells. He sat in the dark room, the blue light of the screens on his face. He watched Juliet in her cell. He saw her sleep. He saw her sit and stare at the wall. Nothing strange. He watched Grace. He saw her angry pacing. He saw her doing exercises. Nothing strange. Day after day, Samuel watched. His eyes felt tired. He saw nothing but the same boring routine. No men. No open doors. Warden would come and ask, "Have you found anything?" "Nothing, sir," Samuel would always reply. The women, Juliet and Grace, were now in a special room. Their bellies were growing bigger every day. The babies inside them were getting stronger. Dr. Riley checked on them often. He was always kind. Officer Mary, the kind guard, brought them extra food and talked to them softly. One day, Juliet was sitting on her bed, her hands on her round stomach. "Are you scared?" Officer Mary asked her. Juliet smiled a peaceful smile. "No," she said. "It feels like a gift. It feels like hope." Grace, who was listening, nodded slowly. "I was always angry before. Now I feel calm. I have someone to love and protect." Officer Mary was surprised. These women, who were called dangerous, were now gentle. The whole prison felt different. The air felt lighter. The other prisoners talked about the hope babies. The fear was turning into wonder. Back in the guard room, Samuel was almost done with the videos. He was ready to give up. He thought maybe they had missed a guard or a broken lock. Then, he decided to look at the night he saw the flicker of light in Juliet's cell. He found the video. He saw Juliet sleeping peacefully. The room was dark. Then it happened. It was not a camera problem. A soft, warm light appeared in the middle of the room. It did not come from the door or the window. It just appeared from nothing. It was golden and gentle. It floated in the air. Samuel leaned forward, his mouth open. He could not believe his eyes. The ball of light floated towards the sleeping Juliet. It moved slowly and peacefully. It hovered over her stomach. Then, it gently touched her. It did not burn her. It sank into her, and then it was gone. The room was dark again. There was no man. There was no attack. There was only light. Samuel's hands were shaking. He quickly found the videos from the other women's cells. On different nights, the same thing happened. A beautiful, gentle light would appear and touch each woman where her baby would grow. This was how the babies were made. Not by a man, but by a mystery of light. Samuel ran to Warden and Dr. Riley. He showed them the video. They watched in complete silence. When the video ended, no one spoke for a long time. Warden finally said, "This is impossible." Dr. Riley shook his head. "It is not science. It is a miracle." They did not know what to do. They could not explain a ball of light in their report. They decided to keep it a secret. They told the team that they found no evidence of a crime. The case was closed. Months passed. The time came for the babies to be born. In the medical wing, with Dr. Riley and Officer Mary helping, Juliet gave birth to a baby girl. She was perfect and healthy. She had big, calm eyes. Grace gave birth to a baby boy. He was strong and did not cry much. He just looked around with a quiet look. All the women had their babies. All the babies were healthy and beautiful. The prison was changed forever. The sound of babies crying and laughing filled the halls. The tough prisoners would smile when they saw a baby. The guards were softer and kinder. Warden Ease walked through the prison yard one day. He saw Juliet sitting on a bench, rocking her baby girl. The baby was making happy sounds. Grace was nearby, showing her son a green leaf. For the first time, Warden Ease did not see a prison. He saw a place of healing. He saw a family. The mystery of the pregnancies was never solved, but the result was clear. The babies brought love to a place that had none. He went back to his office and looked at the final report. He wrote one word: miracle. He closed the file. He knew that some mysteries are not for solving, but for believing. The mothers and their children created a new life inside the prison walls. They showed everyone that even in the darkest, most lonely place, a little light can bring the greatest gift of all, new life and new hope. This story teaches us that hope and new beginnings can find us anywhere, even in the darkest places. It shows that everyone deserves love and a second chance. The greatest gifts in life are sometimes the ones we can't explain. What did you think about the secret of the light? Was it a miracle, magic, or something else? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story of hope, please like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more amazing stories.